Hi gang, so the topic of today's tutorial is this move right here, which is usually referred to as snaking in double staves. There's another poi move called snaking that looks very, very, very different from this, but at least in the staff community, this is the move that most often gets labeled with that name. And the good news is that it's actually pretty simple to learn, and it looks really, really cool. So it's a good thing to add to your palette when you're first starting off. So let's go ahead and dive in. So first and foremost, the cool thing about this is that it's going to take two pieces of movement that we're already totally familiar with and that we can easily apply, which is the notion of kind of just doing a reel style turn with the staff. And the good news is that we're not even going to need to complete an entire reel. We're just going to need to switch from thumb down to thumb up when our hand is near our hips, and from thumb up to thumb down when it's near our shoulders, right? We're going to essentially work through two different types of hand positions as we're doing this. One of them is going to be with the hands together, thumbs pointed away from us, and that's either going to be with both of your hands down or both of your hands up. And also this position right here where we have the two thumb ends pointed towards each other and one up and one down. So let's go ahead and put all the pieces together then. We're going to start off with both of our thumbs pointed straight down away from us, yeah? To begin, think that with your right hand, you're going to turn it around until your thumb end is pointed up. That means that your pinky end is going to go essentially rotating down and around past your right side. Your thumb end is going to be rotating up and around past your left side, right? Now, as this is happening, we're going to have the left hand performing a R-type. That is that nifty kind of move that we covered a few videos ago with the whole idea of chu-chus, wherein the staff is essentially staying pointed the same way the entire way around as your hand is moving around in a circle, right? So what happens when we combine these two types of movements together is that there appears to be this moment in which the left hand staff is kind of like stuck to the end of the right hand staff as it's moving around in a circle like that, right? So now that the left hand is top and the right hand is bottom, we're going to switch up which hand is doing which. The left hand staff now is going to rotate around the thumb end straight up. We're always going to make sure that the thumb end is rotating past the inside. That is, if I'm rotating with my left hand, the thumb end is going to come up past my right side, yeah? Likewise, the right hand is going to switch over to performing that R-type movement that we were talking about before, coming up and around to our shoulders. When you put the two of them together, that's the result. And again, it feels like this nice little hingy move where the two tips of the staves are kind of stuck together. Now we're going to switch which hand is doing which again. So the right hand staff is going to turn around to thumb down, and the left hand staff is going to go out and around in an R-type. So the two of them together are going to look like that. And then we're going to finish it up by having the left hand staff rotating to thumbs down and the right hand staff go around in an R-type to the bottom once again, yeah? So to kind of make it easier to remember how the pieces of this all fit together, we're going to alternate what each hand is doing between R-types and that simple rotation. So it starts off with left hand R-type, right hand rotates, left hand rotates, right hand R-types, right hand rotates, left hand R-types, and then left hand rotates, right hand R-types, yeah? So you can think of it as even just paying attention to which hand is doing the R-type. It'll be left, right, right, left, right, excuse me, it'll be left, right, left, right. There we go. Sorry, it should alternate. Left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right. Pretty cool, huh? So the good news is that we can also take this and start integrating it with some other moves that we know. Like, I'm sure you've probably noticed that this position right here is one that we have in common with when we're performing split time opposites anti-spin flowers, right? In which case we can take this middle bit right here and stick perhaps half of a snake in and continue on our merry way. Stop right here, stick in half a snake, go back to our anti-spin. Or perhaps we want to do a complete snake, come back to where we started and continue our flower going, right? It's totally up to you. There's another really cool possibility of what we can do with this type of trick too, and we can take our old friend the chu-chu and make it a part of this. Now you'll note that the chu-chu looks very much like, say, the top of our snake in that we have a moment of one staff rotating and the other staff doing an R-type, right? This isn't any coincidence. We can actually set up our chu-chus in such a fashion that they would appear to continue each other's movement and move around in such a way that we could imagine them being both chu-chus as well as snakes, right? Here's how you make that happen. It's just a question of where you're rotating everything. Let's start off with the bottom staves, right? In which case, we're going to have the left-hand staff rotate around in a counterclockwise, or excuse me, clockwise fashion, like so, as the other staff is tracking it, right? Now, when we switch over to the chu-chu up top, we're going to have the right-hand staff turning counterclockwise, like so. My usual convention is to have it go clockwise as well, but that kind of results in this kind of stilted movement where it seems like things stop for a moment and then switch direction. Whereas if you go the other direction, it actually appears as though the movement is continuous, moving around in kind of a yin-yang kind of a pattern, or excuse me, more like an infinity pattern, like so. So, moral of the story, this makes for a great addition to your palette if you're just starting off, and quite frankly, if you've been spinning for a while as well, these look pretty cool. So, go forth, play around with them, and find hidden possibilities for them, yeah? Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you guys in 2 weeks with another tutorial. Peace. This video was made possible thanks to the kind contributions of these folks right here. In addition, special thanks to Sean, Prisna, Kiro, as well as Andrew Hammond and Ben Reynolds. Thank you guys so much for making these videos possible. If you've enjoyed these videos or learned anything from them, please consider making a contribution at drexfactory.com/support. Help me to keep on making these videos that you love. Thanks.